Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Peace, love, and positivity to you. And today's Christmas. So Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays to you all. I hope you're spending the time in good health, in good company. You know, it's all about the joy and gratitude that we can share together. And honestly just exist in that calm tranquility where you know love exists. I think that's one of the best aspects of Christmas. And, you know, this time of year, for all intents and purposes, is one of my favorites. I think all the way from October to December, I just fall in love with life all over again. So in that spirit, in the Christmas spirit, we're going to be checking out 3 Christmas songs today, all of which were immensely popular in the United Kingdom. So as an American, we'll see just how many of these songs I know. In my upbringing, I never listened to all that many Christmas songs in general, so we're just going to see how ignorant I am today, but as always, I'm excited to listen to something new. First, we're going to check out Sweet Bells by Kate Rusby, then Merry Christmas Everybody by Slade, and lastly, a performance of Fairy Tale of New York performed by Glenn Hansard and Lisa O'Neill. Before we jump into this, a massive thank you goes to Claire the Lyrical for making this generous donation request and the selections for us today. It really means the world to me, Claire. Now, let's jump into it.
Carols have survived because ordinary people have kept them alive. In some of the pubs of South Yorkshire and North Derbyshire, local people sing carols that have been handed down the generations and are unique to their area.
So Yorkshire is where...
One of the liveliest places to come and sing is here at the Blue Ball in Worrell, on the outskirts of Sheffield. Here the singing begins on the Sunday after Armistice Day and continues to Christmas Day. Someone who's grown up singing these carols is one of Britain's most popular folk singers, Kate Rusby.
I do remember being here, you know, and all the kids used to kind of sit in another room, like at all the sings really, and with colouring books and pens and pop and crisps and that, but all the while soaking it up, you know, not even kind of realising, and probably having a little sing as well, you know, joining in the bits that we knew and stuff.
It's a community, right? You all sing together.
So go on then, if somebody arrived in this area now and they're used to the normal carols, what exactly are Sheffield carols?
I think I Christmas caroled once or twice.
They are a bit more raucous than the ones that you would hear in church. You know, if somebody came in who'd never ever been to one of these things before, they'd probably recognise certain carols like While Shepherds Watch Their Flocks by Night, but it's got about 20 or 30 different tunes that are sung in places like this, you know, and you kind of gradually learn them as you go along.
While shepherds watch their flocks by night.
It's really heartwarming when everybody just comes together like this.
I absolutely love them. When you walk in, you know, and people are singing, it's like, it's really hard to describe really. It's just this massive sound of voices. Just, you know, some amazing singing voices and some not so amazing singing voices, but it wouldn't sound the same if they weren't all mixed in there, you know. And then there's notes and chords that happen and it just makes you go, whoa, like that, you know. It's just this massive, thick sound that I've never heard anywhere else with any other kind of music, really.
Yeah, because some people are sharp, some are flat, but all of that together, the timbres, the intensities, the uniqueness in the voices...
Some of them are
it's hard to replicate anywhere else.
Because, you know, they've got titles like Back Lane and stuff like that, the tunes, and somebody will shout out Back Lane, and everybody will know which tune to sing, and that's called Back Lane because of the man who wrote it lived in Back Lane, whether it's just here or behind another pub, you know. So yeah, it's got so you might recognise some of it, but it is easy to kind of come into and pick up and learn.
Okay, I know this one. I really know this one.
So you're going to sing While Shepherds Watched, but it's not to the tune I'd have sung as a choir boy.
Yes, this is a version called Sweet Bells, and it's one that I've known since I was really young, and I've always loved. I think it's actually my favourite carol, and it's like got a chorusy bit in that as well. You know, that's the other thing about some of these songs. They have kind of sing-along choruses as well as just having the main part of the song like verses, you know, and this is one that has quite a raucous, uplifting chorus.
I'm ready for it. Sweet bells. And in the church setting, no less.
While shepherds watch their flocks by night, all seated on the ground.
Oh, that is gorgeous.
The angel of the Lord came down, and glory shone around. Sweet bells, sweet chiming Christmas bells. Sweet bells, sweet chiming Christmas bells. They cheer.
And her voice is so light and airy here.
Sweet chiming bells. Fear not, said he, for mighty dread that sees their troubled minds.
You can even hear it sort of like echo,
of great joy I bring to you and all mankind.
or at least fade out.
Sweet bells,
It doesn't just end
sweet
abruptly.
chiming Christmas bells. Sweet bells, sweet chiming Christmas bells. They cheer us on our heavenly way. Sweet chiming bells.
Love her voice. It's really sweet to listen to.
To you in David's town this day is
Oh.
born of David's life.
I thought it was only going to be acoustic
A
here.
Savior who is Christ
Some
the
brass,
Lord,
huge
and
tuba.
this shall be the sign. Sweet bells, sweet chiming Christmas bells. Sweet bells, sweet chiming Christmas bells. They cheer us on our heavenly way. Sweet chiming bells. They cheer us on our heavenly way. Sweet chiming
They're rocking the pianissimo.
bells.
And this just light, buttery acoustic guitar strumming. It's not overpowering in the slightest. Like, even every instrument here, it's all supportive of Kate's voice.
Glory be to God on high, and to the earth be peace. Goodwill henceforth from heaven to man, begin and never cease. Sweet bells, sweet chiming Christmas bells. Sweet bells, sweet chiming Christmas bells. Cheer us on our heavenly way. Sweet chiming
Let me let this finish out. Apologies.
bells. They cheer us on our heavenly way. Sweet chiming bells. Sweet bells, sweet chiming Christmas bells. Sweet bells, sweet chiming Christmas bells. They cheer us on our heavenly way. Sweet chiming bells.
Yeah. That's really nice. Really subtle. It's a performance that just puts you at ease rather than tries to do too much. And especially in the context of a Christmas kind of song, you want something that feels as light and airy as the falling snow. Now, I know we live in a in a generation, in a decade where there isn't as much snow during our winters as there once was. But regardless, I was going to say this earlier. Unfortunately, I paused too close to the end. But I'm reminded of this like cathedral scene. Obviously, we see visually here they're in a big church or cathedral. But I'm almost reminded of like this feeling of like pomp and circumstance as, you know, the snow falls. We're outside on this huge plaza that is overlooked by a massive cathedral. And Kate is just like throwing flowers as she's singing and charming the massive crowd, all in an effort to come together and celebrate the sweet bells of Christmas. Yeah, really beautiful and simple performance. Kate isn't going as crazy as I've heard her gone in the past, and really it just pairs well with all of that brass too. Don't think I've heard Sweet Bells before. I was trying to rack my brain if it was at all a melody that I've encountered, but no, that was my first time. Beautiful song. This is Merry Christmas Everybody by Slade. Ooh. That is a different kind of a voice right there. A bit more gritty. You can hear the rumbles in it. Nice harmonies. I like those harmonies. This has that casual rock energy. A great positive bounce, very sing-alongable too. That's a beautiful harmony. Oh, this is a bit of a section change. What is going on with the visuals? He's got like someone like threw a pie at him. Also, they are these two brothers? This man with the hat and then the lead singer here, they look very similar. If it's not spliced from two different videos, I want to say they're related at the very least. But I think it's the same person, multiple performances. Super vibey. I like that movement in the melody. This song is taking over my brain. Oh my god. I love the shouting out. Yeah, I think it's just definitely like my bias towards rock. This song is just doing so much for me. I love the energy in this. I love the melodies. Super, super sing-alongable. And now that I think about it, that should have been a theme that I would have expected going into Christmas music, because I feel so often why people sing together is because they're all trying to share that moment, that emotion, and one voice on its own is all well and good and can be very powerful, but when you have so many voices that can sing along together and add to that power, just like Kate was saying in that interview in the bar, it gives you that magical feeling that can sometimes be missing in a solo performance. And that doesn't mean that like solo performances of the same kind of music couldn't be as magical. It's just a different magic when it's all together versus by yourself. And you can see the way that the entire crowd is dancing and singing along to the performance. That dynamic back and forth, I think, always will add something to the quality of that song, to the way that it resonates with maybe our more primal social instincts. Let's jump into the last track here.
Was Christmas Eve.
And this is a performance at a funeral, Shane McGowan's funeral. So I'm assuming it's going to be more somber.
And then he sang a song.
Oh, that's pretty.
I turned my face away and dreamed about you.
And I think they're also referred to as the Pogues. Oh, that's nice.
I got a feeling this year's for me and you. So happy Christmas.
I really like this melody.
I love you, baby.
It rides up, it rides down, but it's warm.
Better time when all our dreams come true.
Oh, whoa. Whoa.
You're pretty, queen of New York City.
I was not expecting that. Complete tempo change.
We kissed on the corner and danced through the night. And the boys in the NYPD choir were singing Galway Bay.
Such a pleasant melody, though. Like, this rise in intensity makes so much sense to me. Feels very, like, folksy. Maybe kind of like a Celtic kind of style. But don't hold me to that comment. I feel like I could prance through the meadows listening to this. I want them to turn this mic up a little bit. The camaraderie in this performance. Oh, nice melody there. This is a great song, Claire. It's a good pick. I would never have discovered this on my own. Oh, I love that. Come on. There's so much warmth to this. Oh, here we go. That was lovely. Oh, that was so lovely. What an extremely charming performance there. And very, I would say, tasteful, especially given that it is at a funeral. I don't know who Shane MacGowan was, but to have so many musicians coming together and commemorating, celebrating the life of Shane with a song like this, that is about community, that is about dreaming, our aspirations. It is all just so wholesome. It helps with the grieving process in a way that doesn't leave us worse for wear, but rather brings us closer together. I think so often it's easy for us to split apart because one thing didn't go exactly the way that we thought it should, but instead we throw away all of our own individual preferences and look towards each other for support and strength, even if it may be confusing. Even you can apply that kind of metaphor to the way in which many people sing together in a huge choir. Some voices are conflicting. They have a bit of a, let's say, dissonance to the overall sound, but also fill out the larger note in a way that you couldn't do on your own. And that is not something that can be replicated without everyone coming together, putting in their effort, putting in their emotion, and just being as real as possible. Again, that's one of the reasons I love this time of year, because it kind of brings everybody together, all of those competing feelings, all of those communal feelings, whatever they may be, being together rather than apart is, I think, a better place to be. Beautiful song. I loved this performance a lot. I think in terms of my favorite songs of the day, I would probably give it here to Fairy Tale of New York, and then to Merry Christmas Everybody by Slade. I especially really like that rock element that we got in the Slade track. But then as we shifted gears, which we did like two gear shifts throughout the song, throughout this reaction rather, from Kate Rusby to Slade and then to the Pogue here, it felt like a nice kind of rising and then falling, and a kind of falling in like a more cathartic sense towards the end with Fairy Tale of New York. So I would probably rank it Fairy Tale of New York, Merry Christmas Everybody, and Sweet Bells. But let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. But more importantly, I hope you all are having a wonderful holiday, spending that time with those you love, and taking care of yourselves. Anyways, I hope y'all have a wonderful rest of your day. Take care, and peace.